One, two, three.
It's recording.
One. Oh, we're ready? Okay. Hi, Levi.
Hello.
It's been fun being here with you. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. Yeah. Anyway, it's for your birthday.
Yeah.
And you're 15, and you're quite a grown-up young man. More than your age.
Yeah.
No kidding. Yes. It's quite an experience for me to watch you grow up.
Yeah,
And you're full of surprises.
What do you mean?
Well, you surprise me in your thinking and the way you handle yourself and the lifestyle you're creating yourself all by yourself. That's quite phenomenal. I feel there's a special God appointment on your life. Might not be the best word, but it's one of them.
Yeah.
You're appointed to be here at this time for a reason. So anyway, I heard you had this phenomenal dream, and that's what I want you to talk about.
Which one? The
Well,
one, one I told you yesterday? Or?
No, I didn't hear. No, that was but you had some kind of experience where you felt like you were in a place that looked like yours, but so much better, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so what happened?
Basically, how do I start this off? Basically, I started, I was standing on this like rock deck, and I was looking at my feet. I just started the gym, and I was looking at my feet, and I was on this like beautiful rock deck of a pool, and the pool was to my right, and I look up, and out of my peripheral there's this beautiful mansion, and I can't turn my head to see it. I just see it out of my peripheral, and I just see this rock deck in front of me, and this big beautiful pool is next to me, and you know there's like quartz on this deck, and it's like there's a bunch of, it's like stone looking, but very beautiful and pristine stone, you know. And then I look to my left, and there are these, I wouldn't even say rolling, but it was like rocky yet rolling hills. Like it had so much green on them, but it looked like it was rocky, like California hills. It was so much greener than that. And on these hills were mansions like the mansion that I saw out of my peripheral. There were these mansions on these mountains, and I could feel like the sense of community of these mansions, and it was very peaceful. It was like all these mansions were in a peaceful community on this hill, and there was like a valley. When I looked to my left, it was like a valley, and then the mountain where the mansions were. So I was on another mountain, and then between both the mountains was the valley, and then the mountains came up, and when I looked to my left, and I saw the sky, and I saw the green of the hills, the blue sky and the green of the hills, just the mix of those colors, it like emanated into me, and I could feel the beautiful feeling of, like, I could feel the color inside of me. I could feel the color entering into my body and giving me this sensation I couldn't describe. It was very overwhelming, but very, very, very beautiful. And it's very hard to portray in words, but like just look, I could feel the emotion of the color. Like the color had emotion, and it had a feeling and sensation. When you look at blue, like that trash can right there, all it is blue. But in my dream, I could feel the blue. It still looked like that, but the blue would like go into my body, and I could feel the blue coming out of the color. It was so weird, and just the mix between the green and the blue of the sky, both combining, just like went through my body, and I woke up and I could still feel the feeling. But when I woke up, the feeling was losing its intensity. Yeah.
And you were at this beautiful pool. I think that's really interesting. I'm not sure what it means, but it something could be explored, because obviously it had some meaning to you.
Yeah.
But You said that you saw this other set of community wasn't really part of the same where you were at.
Well, I could barely see anything to my right. I wasn't allowed to look to my right. I didn't see anything to my right except out of my peripheral. The whole dream, this was it. I'm looking at my feet. I look up and then I look to my left. And there's just a bunch of elements that go with that, but it really was just 6 seconds of just. That was
It
it.
was like a very, very intense experience. It seemed not just something you saw;
Yeah.
it was something you experienced.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was just like my mind creating a beautiful place, because your mind can do that. But also, I mean, it wasn't really a feeling I could. It wasn't a feeling I've ever felt before, you know. So I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I mean, how do you explain that feeling if you had never felt it?
It was a very overwhelming and beautiful feeling.
You felt like you was other dimensional.
It was hard to feel. Like I felt it. I could feel it so much that it was hard to feel. That's as good as it can get. Like I felt everything, every fragment of color in the sky. I could feel it all. You know, it was crazy.
Yeah. I've heard of experiences like you can't find words because there's no words. So when you woke up, what did you think? I mean, did you?
I was just like, well, I told you before. I can still feel the feeling. I just lost the intensity of it. In the dream, it was like I felt everything, but when I woke up, it was like I could still feel the buzzing of my body. But then I came back to reality, like, oh, I'm okay. You know, this is where I am. This is what I'm used to. You know, and it started losing its feeling. But when I was in the dream, it was like inexpressible. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Well, that has a lot of meaning yet to be explored.
Yeah.
And when you don't lose it, it's like the sense of it and the experience and the memory of it. I mean, it's a divine encounter. It's something, you said you can make it up, but you really can't make it up if you can't even put words to it. And so it's not like you had a paradigm beforehand of the interaction with the actual experience.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It
powerful.
was. I don't think it was influenced. It looked like the hills and the whole landscape looked like the hills of Duluth. You know where Duluth is?
Right,
Like
right.
Duluth and Beverly Hills combined. Just very more vibrant.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for sharing it. And
Yeah.
it's yet to be explored, and who knows? There may be a continuation. I've heard of people that had dreams, and then eventually they seem to continue and build on it. So you never know. But there's something really powerful there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Charlton.
All right.
Levi.
Yeah.
No, I said Charlton. We were just at Charlton, so we can shut this off.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.